Hi everyone. My name is Avivsha Guha, and today we are going to start an exciting journey into artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, before we dive into the technical stuff like the algorithms, model, and coding, I want to give you a brief introduction to the basic because understanding the foundation is super important out here, right? So, I guess to this, every one of you will be agreeing over, right? Because the foundation is the base that needs to be understood at the very prime, is the very prime requirement that needs to be filled here, right? Now, just to be clear, the very first few topics that we will be discussing would be related to Python because Python here is the programming language that we will be using related to artificial intelligence and machine learning to work with the models, to work with the algorithms. We need to understand about the Python in very like extreme depth. So we will be understanding about Python in details, understanding what exactly is there inside Python, and eventually we will going inside and will cover everything related to AI, ML, and deep learning, all of this. So we will be starting with the understanding about Python, with some of the basic concepts, terminology that will make our future learning very much easier and more fruitful, right? So here's we will be going ahead together. Let me just first share my screen so that I can just give you the analysis about the topics that we will be covering, and basically we will be covering in today's session specifically. Okay, okay. So hopefully my screen is visible to you. So we will be starting with very basics about Python. So we will be understanding the importance of Python in the domain of AI and ML. Then Python output, that is the printing in Python, Python variables, data types, Python operators, input from the user, type conversion, mutable and immutable. This we will be covering in the session accordingly. So the very first one that we will be covering is the importance of Python in AI and ML. So let's just rename it. Okay, fine. So the very first step that we will be covering up here, why Python is actually important in AI ML. Right? So side by side, we will be also writing it up here for easy understanding and clear absorption of the thing. Okay. Okay. So the very first thing, like you want to build any of a machine learning model that can recognize the face, understand any of the emotion, translate language, predict diseases, recommend movies, then self-driven cars, chat like human, right? So for this, we need to build this ML models. So for this, we will be needing some of the tools. So among these tools, Python is the very first because it is easy to use, powerful, it is faster, has like ready-made building blocks like the libraries in Python is huge and we can use it for any reference, and also it is like it is very convenient to use. Okay, so the very first thing that we need to cover that in Python, that is Python is super simple. Like it's just like you are just Python looks almost similar to like English language. Like if I need to write anything, we can do it effortlessly. Like if I need to write about printing any of the piece, any of the word, so I will be writing. This is the code that we actually write in Python. That we will be also writing in Google Colab for easy understanding. So this is like hello world. Right. So this is the print statement that we write in Python. So you can see it. This is like really simple. This simplicity actually helps this AI ML developers basically to think in a logical, and there is no such complexity in the syntax. So it is easy to learn, easy to read, and easy to write, so that it actually makes Python to be preferred and be the perfect tool to use by anyone, be it the beginner or the expert levels. Okay, the very first thing that we discussed, that is, it is easy to use. Next, coming down, we have this Python has this ready-made AI ML building blocks. Okay, so what exactly we are meaning by this? So Python actually gives us this powerful libraries, which are like this, like the superpowers of AI, we can call it, right? So ML libraries like scikit-learn. For machine learning, we can use different type of models like classification, regression, clustering that we can import from scikit-learn. We have different different models like XGBoost, Light GBM. These are the high performance models. Then Cat Boost. These are all of the ML libraries we are getting up from. Okay, next we have this for deep learning. We are using TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch. So these are being used to make image classification, emotion detection, object detection, chatbots, fraud detection, recommendation system, face recognition, all without starting. Like it is like from zero you can use them because there are inbuilt AI ML models. You don't have to write the codes from very scratch to do each of the steps in a order, right? So everything is done. You need to call the library and you can do the work accordingly. Next, the third step, that is like Python has the strong data handling libraries. Okay. So before we are teaching the machine, we need a clean and pre-prepared data, like pre-processed data, right? So this Python actually gives some of the special tools like pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly. So this we are getting in the Python libraries that can help in understanding the data first. After, when we have any data set that we need to understand, is understanding that is our prime concern, right? What exactly is there inside our data set? What are the attributes exactly tell about the data set? What are the rows that we are having inside the data set? So for that, for understanding the data, for doing some of the calculations, for getting the visualizations and getting the interactive charts, we use some of the libraries like pandas. We use pandas to read, clean, edit the data inside the data set. NumPy we are using for calculations, for NumPy array, understanding it and putting it down inside the model. We use NumPy. Next, Matplotlib, Seaborn, we use the graphs and the visualizations for, we need to just do it for EDA, for like exploratory data analysis, and to understand the correlation between the, like the attributes that are there inside my data set, right? Next, we have this Plotly. Plotly is for this interactive charts. So without this libraries, working with data would be very slow, right? So since there is the existence of this amazing libraries in Python, so it makes the work very, like very easier. Next, coming down to the fourth one, like Python is faster for prototyping. Okay, so when we actually build an AI model, we must have different ideas. We have to change the codes. We need to do some of the experimentations with the models. Suppose one of the model I have used, I haven't got a good amount of accuracy up there. The model is overfitted. In that case, I need to try some of the other ML models to get better insight, like better accuracy up there, right? So that my model can get the better understanding and better, like it can predict better, right? So in that case, Python is great because we can just try an idea, run the code, get the result, and then we can modify it and rerun it and again retry that, right? So that is the reason Python is very fast for prototyping. So this makes it a better and the best tool we can call for working in AI/ML field. Okay. Next, coming down to the fifth one, that is Python has a huge community. Okay, so it's like millions of people use Python globally. So why they are using that? Because it is easy to find help. There are easy tutorials there that are available. Many learning materials that are available related to Python. In some of the organizations do like find out like share the tutorials related to Python. Also, we have this YouTube channels and YouTube videos. From there, we can got some of the generative AI also. If you want to understand about it, they also help us to understand about Python in details. It is easy to solve errors actually in Python. Thousands of free code snippets you get actually, and hundreds of open source AI project you will be also getting up, right? So that is why Python is called like millions of people are using Python all over the globe in that way. And Python do works everywhere. So we'll put it in of point six. So Python works everywhere. So Python works everywhere. What does it mean? Like it is flexible actually. Okay. This flexible means it can work in different fields like with web apps it can use with a database, cloud, IoT, mobile, big data tools, API integrations. This flexibility of Python actually help the AI developers to connect with this ML model to the website, to the dashboards, to the application, to the servers, all of this, right? So that is the part. Python is everywhere, and in all of the fields, we will be getting the insights or the work that we will be getting from Python. Okay. So Python also plays well with the other language. So Python can be connected with other language like C, C++, Java, JavaScript, Rust, Go, anyone, right? So this means like companies can use Python for AI, while other part of the software can be used in different language. That like in the front end, the back end can be used in either Java, C, C++. The front end we can use the Node.js. Any of them we can use. JavaScript we can use. So that is the major area. Next is Python has many pre-trained models. The seventh one has Python has okay, so Python has many pre-trained models. That means Python provide pre-built AI models for face recognition, object detection, speech recognition. Then BERT, we have GPT-based models, Hugging Face Transformer. This actually saves a huge ample amount of time, and we do not need to train everything from scratch. So we have some of the work that we need to do. We can use this pre-built AI models, right? Next, coming down, Python is used in all of the major companies. You can call of the big fours and many other organizations because Python is reliable, it is scalable, fast to develop, and perfect for this AI ML algorithm to work over. And Python makes AI accessible for everyone. Like earlier, AI is only used for this PhD scholars, scientists, right? So, but Python made AI possible for anyone nowadays, like students, developers, data analytics, anyone is using them to get a proper hands-on in AI just for to get the experience how the AI is working. Okay, so we have discussed all of this related why Python is important in AI ML. So we'll just uh, see a overview once again and just try to understand why AI ML, why Python is used and majorly plays a very important role in AI ML because Python is very easy to learn. It has some of the major and powerful libraries. It handles data very well. It does contains a big community. It works everywhere. It integrates with other systems and also work well with other programming language. Integrating with other systems or other programming language is pretty much easier because it helps to get the resource out there, right? Yeah, and also it is great for companies to where we have to integrate it with the other systems. Does have some of the ready-made models, so it is actually saving the time. So it contains some of the pre-trained models related to face recognition, SBERT and SBERT, BERT, GPT-based models, speech recognition, then Hugging Face Transformer. All of this are like ready-made pre-trained models. So it actually saves a lot of time. We don't have to do everything from scratch. So we can do it effortlessly. Like with some of the effort we can say in from our side, we can definitely use it nowadays. And it is used by top MNCs and the organization, big tech giants, top tech giants are using it because the industry standards are following from it. So this is all about the importance of Python. So next, coming down to the next topic, that is Python output and the print statement. So for this, we need to go down to uh, the collab. So wait a minute, let's go there. Okay, we'll go down to new notebook. Okay, so we'll give Python output and the print statement as the name. Okay. Fine. So we will be seeing about Python outputs and the print in Python. Okay. So what is this output? Output meaning whatever Python shows on the screen, right? So like when you are actually talking or we are talking to someone, right? So we are getting when we ask a question to the person in return gives an answer, right? So the return, when we are talking to Python, we are giving some of the query. So Python is giving us the output, right? So Python is actually talking to us, right? So what is this print statement? Let's discuss about it. So print is a special command in Python that tells my computer to show some message that I want in the screen. Okay, so let's see it. So print hello world. Okay, so I have written this command and I want this hello world message to be printed. So let's just run it down. So it has printed. So this is my output. Okay, because what I mentioned about output, whatever my Python shows on the screen, we are calling that as output. So this, my Python is showing down here based on my command. So it is showing me this hello world. So this is my output. Okay. So now, why we actually use this print statement, right? If I have something to show, like any text, any number, any answer of the calculation, any result of the program, or any of the specific message to the user. Basically, anytime we want Python to print anything, like needs whatever based on my print instruction wants to print anything, that is been done by Python using this print statement. Okay, now let's see how we can print text. Printing text, that is words, right? So let's just run the code accordingly. So I want to write print hi, hey, my name is Abhipsha. Okay, so I'll just run it down. So it has printed all. Okay, so this is my output. So I have printed text. Now I need to print numbers. So before that, let's take a text print numbers. Okay, so now here, if I need to print, so I'll be calling it as, okay, print. Suppose I want to print the number 10. So, and of course, number printing number doesn't contain, like, doesn't need this quotations, right? So it will work accordingly. For text, we need this quotations. Okay. So now this has printed me 10. So I asked it to print 10. So that's why it has printed me 10. Now let's print 5 plus 5. Let's see. Yes, it is actually giving me the result. So inside print statement, we can also perform some of the basic operations. Okay. So now if I need to print multiple things together. Okay, I want to print multiple things together. In that case, what we will be doing in that case, we will be using print result is, we will be using 10 plus 5, right? So it has given me the result is 15. So this is how we can use the print for doing multiple of things together. Now, as I told, we inside print we can also do some of the basic operations. So let's see if we can do other operations inside print. So here, print for calculation. Now let's see. Let's do print 100 plus 200. It has given me the result as 300. Now print, I want to get as 50 into 3, print 20 divided by 4, right? Let's just do it. So it has given me the result for the first 50 into 3, that is 150, and divide 20 divided by 4 is 5. So it has given me the result accordingly. So if I want to print any of the variables, in that case, what we will be doing? Okay. So what are variables? So we are, variables is like the boxes where we are storing the value. So here, if we are initializing anything, suppose I am giving name and I am giving the name as Abhipsha. Yes. So I want to write this code like my name is Abhipsha. I want to print the name. So it will be giving me Abhipsha. So this name Abhipsha I am storing inside a variable. The name of the variable I have given as name. Okay. Now suppose I want to give as age. I am giving 24. Now I want to, it has already run. Now I will be print name, comma, age. So it has given me everything together, the name also, the age also. If I want to separately do it, so either I'll be giving name or age. Okay. So if we had to print with like without a new line, suppose there is no new lines I need to add, and like without a new line I need to print, like by default, actually print goes to the next line. Like how it is, let me show you. Like print hello. Now if I need to print, okay, just a moment. Here only let me print world. Okay, so I have written print hello, print world. Now I am running the code. So it is giving me the result in different lines. But if I want them in the same line, then what I'll be doing, right? I want this, either I'll be writing it like way, print hello world, or what I can do, I can use this uh, another font, that is print. I will be using hello. Now I will be using end. Okay. Now here beside end, I'll be writing print world. Yes. Right. Let's just run it. So it is giving me hello world. Okay, so this is all about the print. So we have, as of now, we have discussed what print statement is all about. What is this print function actually? So we have to print how we can print the print text. We have printed numbers. We have calculated using the print set statement. We have printed the multiple items together. We have printed the variables and also seen how we can use this end, right? Next, coming down for Python variables. as we have seen here, right? The variables. What are variables? This name I told as variables. So we'll go in details about Python variables. So let's just take a new notebook. Okay, let's just call it as Python variables. Okay, so Python variables. So what exactly is variables in Python? So you can call this variable is like a box where actually we are storing some of the specific information, right? So you are giving the box to the we have, yes, we are giving the box, the name of the box is the name, and inside this, the information that I am giving or the value that I am giving, that is a Vipsha. So you are giving the box a name and you are putting some of the value inside it, right? Later, what you are doing, later you are opening the box and use that value anytime, anywhere, right? So uh, that is the idea about variables. Now, how to create a variable, right? The major question is how to create a variable. So the thing is we need to have this variable name. So let me give you the idea. So we will be giving having this variable name. We have to give a proper variable name. Then we have to use equal to. Then inside it we need to give value. Okay, so either text or we can use the numerical one or Boolean one or different types of that we will be discussing accordingly. So what does equal to mean? Equal to means it's like put putting this values inside the box. So this is my box. The box is variable name, and inside this we are keeping this value. So this equal to actually means putting the value inside the box. Okay. So now, as I have given you the example, let's run it. It will be working accordingly. Let's see. Okay, fine. So it has already taken. So let's just print it and see how is it actually taking or not. So I'll be using the variable name. This. So let's see. So it is giving me the result as value, right? Now let's take a name. So I'll be using Ram. Now I'll be using the age. So I'll be using 20. Next, I'll be using price. So I'll be giving it as around 91.245. So let's see how it is printing. Yes, it is actually saving. So now if I have to print, I'll be giving print. Let's see how we can print. Print name, comma, age, comma, price. Now, let's see. So it has given me everything at once. Okay. Now, the types of value we can store inside the variable, right? So inside this variable, we can use the string type, like as I have given this value, this is a string type that is text format. So it is able to store. Next is numbers. As I have given you the idea about numbers, this is the integer. So that we can store inside variable. The float value we can inside, that is the decimal value we can use inside it. Also the boolean type, like is true or false. If I am putting around prot, that I am using as yes. So that we need to put it inside the Yes. Now let's see. So it has given me the true and false, the value. Now if I need to just change it to true, so I'll just see I'll just use this and see, and it will be printing. Now let's give the idea about BROUGHT. So it will be returning. So this is a Boolean type of data. So true and false, that is coming inside the Boolean. Now printing variables, as I told, like all of this, as I have already initialized the variables and also printed them. Now in some case, if I had to change the variable value, like update this value, then how we can do? So similarly, so if I am giving age equal to 20, age equal to 20. So I am printing age, right? Okay, not printing, it should take print, yes, print age. So I have printing the value of age and it is coming 20. Now let me just update the field with the same variable as age equal to, let's take it 21. And now taking it. So it is updated and now printing it as 21. Okay. So there are some of the variables naming rule that we will be discussing. So let's go here and discuss about variables in Python. Variables in Python. Okay. So what we will be discussing up here, we will be discussing about the variables naming rule. Okay. So these are very simple. The very first rule, that is the name cannot start with a number. That is the variable name. Okay. The variable name can't start with number, right? So what it can't take, like if the value is, like if I am taking the value is one name, then that is not acceptable, not accepted. Okay. But if we are taking the name as name one, then in that case it is accepted. Okay. So this is the first rule. The second rule is there shouldn't be any space, no space. So if the name I am giving it as suppose my name, so it is not accepted, like not accepted. NA is here, NA simply means that not accepted. Okay. And if I am giving the variable name is my name with a underscore, then in that case it is accepted. Okay. The third rule, that is only letters, numbers, and underscore is allowed. Nothing else would be allowed. So only letters or alphabets specifically, alphabets, numbers, underscore allowed. So if my name is like total marks, in that case it is not acceptable. Sorry, just a minute, guys. Yes, then in that case it is not acceptable. Now, if my name it looks like total marks, So it is acceptable. Okay. Now, if we are also giving like total marks like this way, total mm, marks, that is also acceptable. Like since there is no space, we can take it. Okay. So now coming down to the fourth one. So name should actually make sense. Like anything else also we can take it, but whenever we are writing the code that is like that should actually make the names that we are giving to store the variables that should actually make sense. If that doesn't, in the long run, we won't be understanding that. Like that will be actually creating problem for us. So that is the major thing. The name should make sense. So like if we are giving any of the storing the name in like suppose whatever I am getting that is equal to I am giving Ram. So that is that one whenever one will be like going to it, they won't be understanding it and will be also difficult. So it would be better if we are giving it as like student name Ram. Right? So it is also understanding that this Ram is a student and the name of this student, student name is Ram. That is understandable, right? So this we need to take it accordingly. Now, like the examples about the variables that we have already discussed. So now, if we need to join any of the text, how we will be doing it? Let's see here that we have discussed about updation. Now, if we have to join the text, so there are multiple of way that we can do it. So there is, I have showed some to you already using end, and there is another way of doing it. So let's do it. So I'll be using first that is equal to hello. The second one is that is equal to world. Okay. Now I want to print first plus second. Right? Let's do it. So it is printing it like this. Hello world. But there is no space, right? If I need space, then I'll be doing print. Yes, I'll be doing it like that. So here I'll be getting a space. Or if I am doing it print first, comma second. Let's see what are the difference we are getting. So if we are writing it first, comma second, then also we are getting a space in between. If we are writing first plus second, then there is no space in between. Then we need to add a space. So for that, we are using this double quotation. Inside the double quotation, we have used one blank so that it is taking it accordingly. Okay, so this is how we can join the text. Now, if we need to store some of the student details, right? So we will be storing it in what format? Like as I was discussing, the name should valid, right? So let's discuss on that. Student name. So now I am storing it as Ram. Now I have a student age. So I'll be using 20. And we have is past exam. So that is true. Okay. So now I have stored it. Now I need to print it. Yes, I have printed it. So let's see. So I have printed Ram 22. So the name of the student is Ram. The age of the student is 20, and this student passed the exam or not. That is true. Okay. So this is the variables in Python. Now we will be discussing about the data types in Python. Let's just go inside the data type. So data type. Okay. So what are the data types? So data types in Python, actually data types tells the computer what kind of data we are actually storing, right? What different kind of data that we are actually storing. So we can think about the toy, right? The soft toy, the cars, the dolls, the puzzles, all of this are coming under the toy genre, right? So, but they are actually a bit different from each other. The soft toy a bit different from the car models, the like the toy car models, the dolls, they are actually different. The puzzles, they are actually different, right? So we need to explain each of the data types in details. So data types. So we do have the string data type, that is the text data, uh, text type. So we are using str for it. Str is for string. Next is the numeric data type. So numeric type, that is int, float, complex. Okay. Next we have the sequence type. So it contains list. Next we have tuple. Next we have range. Next four is mapping type. That is actually dictionary. Next, we have the set type, that is set, frozen set. Next, we have this Boolean type. So, Boolean type is true, false, that is bull. Next is binary type, that is actually bytes, bytes array. Byte array, and memory view. Okay. Then we have the none type, that is the none type. None type is basically the none type only. Okay. So first, all of this we will be discussing one by one for better understanding and analysis. And also we will be seeing them accordingly in the collab for understanding. Okay. First is this text type. So first is text type. So we call it like str. str is like string. str meaning string. So string is like text, words, sentences. The text must be inside the code. That is the thing. So as of now, what we have discussed, like student name Ram. So it is a text. So we have put it inside the inverted commas. For hello world also we have used inverted commas. So strings can include the letters, the numbers as a text also we can use. Like if we are doing it like with this, that is a number, but would be the data type for this would be no longer the numeric. It would be converted into the string type. So there wouldn't be any effect up here, but it will be storing it in a numerical, like numerical data type. Now, if I need to do any of the operation, like suppose A equals to student age plus 2. Let me write it somewhere else. Let's write it. Okay. And I want to print A. That is saying that that is not possible, can only concatenate string, not int, right? If I am removing it, you can see I need to run it. Now I am running it. So now it is actually running. Now let me print A. So it is giving me the result as 22. Got that? So this would be the major difference up there. So let's just move it up here. So as I told, text type is this, and we can store all of this up here. This is the major thing. Now coming down to the next one, that is the numeric type. In numeric type, we have int. So what is int? Int is usually integer. Okay. So integer, what are integers? These are the whole numbers. Okay, so no decimal points like the age, price that we have discussed. Let's go up. So we have discussed about age equal to 20. If we are putting it like that, so it will be doing all of these operations up here. Age 20 updated to 21. So this all are about the numerical type. Next, the float. Float is the decimal type. Float is decimal type. This price equals to 91.245. So this is actually my decimal values. So let's take it to here and call it as data type. Data types in Python. Okay. So integer we have already seen. Float we have already seen. Now we will be seeing about the complex numbers. So what is the type of this complex number? It is like A plus IB format, or this is the representation of a complex number. It contains a true value and an imaginary part. So this I part or J, whatever by what you actually shows it. So that is actually this part is the imaginary number. Okay. So now if I have to do it, so suppose Z equals to 5 plus 2J. In this form I am writing. So it is already storing it like that. It will be storing it like that. Now, if I am removing it and storing it in I, let's see. So I is invalid because when we are using this, like this is actually the mathematical representation. This is not the computer, how my computer actually learns it, right? So A plus IB, this is a very common expression in mathematics that we call it as complex number. But here, when we want to represent it in the computer science, we actually, how we are supposed to do it, we are supposed to do it as like a plus bj. In this format, we need to do it. Okay. So this is the way of doing it in computer science. So still here when we have used I, it is called invalid decimal literal. Now, if I'm putting J out here and running it, it will be running automatically. Now, print J, so it will be automatically printing it. Okay. So next is the sequence type. So sequence is sequence type. So sequence type, first one is list. So list is the changeable ordered cases that we can use. So suppose fruit we are using or fruits we are using. So now we are including them inside. So that we are including some of the variables. So here we can use that, but for list we can't use this. So we have to use the square brackets. Sorry. Here we need to change it to square bracket. Now we need to run it. So now it will be printing it automatically. Okay. So it is changeable. So for changing it, we use we can add the values, we can remove the values, we can change the item inside this fruit variable. So that we will be seeing accordingly. It's just for giving you the idea what the sequence type is all about. Slowly and gradually, we will be seeing each of the type so that it is easily understandable by you. Okay. Next, we have this tuple. So for tuple, we use this parenthesis, the same thing. So let's take it color, colors, and let's put it like this, red. Then we will be putting comma, then green. Then we will be putting comma, and then we will be adding blue. Okay. Now let's take it print. Yes. Now, see, it has been given me the access. But tuple, there is a major change in tuple. So it is not changeable, but it is ordered and also it actually uses this single parenthesis. Like this parenthesis is the single bracket, we call it the normal bracket, first bracket we call it in mathematical terms. So this is this parenthesis we are using. But in case of list, we are using the square bracket. So let me just write it down. This is list. This is tuple. So I guess you understood about the difference between list because list can be this data inside the list can be changed. So you can think it of as a shopping bag, like you can add item, you can remove item, you can also change the item. But this tuple, you can think it as a sealed lunch box, right? Whatever you have given it inside, it cannot be changed, right? So that is the case. So next we have this range. Okay. So range is like we have a specific range to cover. So let's take it around numbers that is equal to, I want to take the range from 1 to 6 in that way, and I want to print it. So it is giving me the value like this. So here I want this numbers, that is fine. So it is giving me 1 to 6 because I have used the range 1 to 6. Now I want it from 1 to 5. In that case, I'll be using list over here. I want to store it in a list. And here I'll be giving the parenthesis. So now, so it will be giving me the values from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in range, the values are getting stored from 1 to 5. And printing is for like in range, we need to take extra. Like I want to print that it will be storing the values till 5. But for list, I like for range, I need to take it plus 1. That's why we have taken it till 6. Okay. So this is all about range. So in data types in Python, we have covered till text data type, the numeric data type, and the sequence data type. So we are yet remaining with mapping type, set type, boolean type, binary type, and none type. So that we will be discussing in the upcoming session accordingly. And also there are other things that needs to be covered as well. So we will be covering that. So these are the preliminary sections of this, like the basics that we need to know before we know in details about the AI ML, the models, how to train the model, how to use different types of algorithm, different types of model, how to do the evaluation, how to split the data. All of this we will be learning in this whole internship. But first, we need to understand the very basic. Then eventually we will moving and covering each of the steps in details. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining today. Accordingly, we will be connecting in the next session. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Bye.